Our next guest specializes in bone and joint care for decades, and their team of physicians and surgeons pride itself on finding the right approach for your needs. Joining us is orthopedic surgeon Dr. Christopher Palmer from Signature Orthopedics. Dr. Palmer.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here today.
So a little bit about myself.
Yes.
I'm an orthopedic surgeon.
Okay.
I specialize in robotic total joint replacements. That's all I do. I do about 1,000 of those a year. That's the highest in the state. About 5 years ago, I started my robotic journey.
Okay.
I thought there had to be a better way for patients, a less painful, less invasive way, and a better way to get patients back. And I use it for all of my patients, young patients to older patients. I feel like it gives better outcomes. Some of the patients that really benefit are the younger kind of weekend warriors. People are still playing some sports.
Yes.
They seem to notice the biggest difference, I would say.
Okay.
But what it does is it allows to have a less invasive, less painful surgery with a faster recovery. And the less we have to injure patients, the faster they will recover. So I think it's the best way we have to do joint replacements.
So can you take us through what this looks like, specifically for the hip and knee replacement? What does it mean when we're using robotics?
Sure. So it's a robotic assistant. The robot's never doing the surgery. I'm always in charge of it. So the robot's not going to run rogue and do something we don't expect it to. But we get a preoperative CAT scan of either the hip or the knee, and we use that to make a 3D guide, and that guide is individual. So the plan is to do custom joint replacements for every patient who walks through the door. So we use that to guide us, and then the robotic arm helps us to perform the surgery, meaning prepare the bone and place the implants. That way it's very, very precise, and we can do it quickly and without damaging anything that we don't have to.
Of course. So what kind of clientele would you recommend that would choose this alternative, this way, this robotic, it's called robotic joint replacement?
Correct. I would say anyone who's dealing with chronic hip or knee pain, really this is a treatment for anyone with knee or hip arthritis. Things we would tell people is if it hurts every day, if it's decreasing your quality of life and keeping you from doing the things you'd want to do, then give me a call. I'd be happy to help.
Yeah, and how long has this been around then?
The robotic technology has been around for almost 20 years at this point,
wow.
and it's only been in the St. Louis area for about the past 5. So to many people, it's still pretty new.
Yes, and you had mentioned that you do the most in the state.
Yes.
Incredible. So if anyone's interested in robotic joint replacement, Dr. Palmer's the guy, it sounds like.
Thank you.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing that information. So we're going to have all of that right there on your screen about Signature Orthopedics. Again, you can learn more by visiting their website or following Dr. Christopher Palmer on socials.